Uh,
So, so you, idea is, so you clear properly what is hybrid info provider.
yeah,
Actually, I will explain you again. What is hybrid info provider?
I read in the internet as well, and it is mentioned that it is a mixture of DSO and InfoCube.
Yes, it is a mixture of DSO and InfoCube. And in the last class, I explained to you India 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, suppose this is a one project. In this project, okay, here this is your info provider.
Mm-hmm.
See, in the last class, we have created this hybrid provider. We can
Mm-hmm.
create once again. Just click on hybrid provider.
Okay.
In the hybrid provider, you should mention here any name of hybrid provider. Suppose hybrid provider, hybrid provider. This is, here are options. Either you can choose with data store object, or either you can choose with virtual provider. Choose any one.
So
Virtual
to
provider means
mm-hmm.
real-time reporting. VSO means historical data.
Mm. So if I want to use a virtual provider, then before going for hybrid, I need to create a virtual provider here, just like a DSO.
Hmm. Yes. So
Hello.
so here, if you click on new data source or based on the data source, suppose you choose new data source. In the case of new source, in the case of new source, see, you should mention here data fields and key fields.
Mm-hmm.
For the new source, you should mention here data fields and key fields and new fields. So there is a characteristics. You can mention characteristics here like employee ID, employee name, suppose, and in the key figure you want to put salary and just activate it. Just activate it. It is activating.
We cannot take both info cube as well.
Yes, InfoCube automatically create. I will show you right now. InfoCube both will basically structures are uh, different. Uh, I'm just opening. Yes, what it is saying, define at least one characteristic. See, InfoCube. See, when you click on here, when you click on here,
Mm-hmm.
then there is a dimension one
Mm-hmm.
and key figures.
Mm-hmm.
You should mention same thing again. We should mention same thing again. Salary.
No, we can't use the DSO different and info cube different.
No. Same fields. Same fields. This is employee ID, employee name, employee ID, employee name, and there is a one thing is salary. Salary should be okay. Salary is already available. Now it is okay. In the data store object, see in the DSO, in the standard DSO, you can find all these fields. In the cube, you can find all these fields. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you can find all these fields. See, fields are same, but structure is different. Cube means multi-dimensional structure, and standard DSO means flat structure. Now you can activate it. So you understand? Structure is one in the TSO and in the cube, and both will create simultaneously. Both
Okay.
will create
I
simultaneously.
read in the net that when I gone through net, I found that it is based on
Mhm.
the combination of GSO and InfoQ.
Yes, yes, yes. The same thing which we are creating, same thing we are creating with TSO and cube both at the same time. Simultaneously they will work. See, it is activating. It is activating. It is activating.
What is the meaning of hybrid provider based on direct access, sir?
Yes. Info hybrid provider for it is used for direct access and historical both.
So how many types are there? Only one or many?
See, which info hybrid in hybrid provider?
Yeah.
Hybrid provider is a mainly free.
How many ways
It
we
is
can create
already
hybrid
active.
provider? Like based on direct access and based on
Yes, virtual cube. See, this is already activated. You can see here. Fine.
mhm,
Can you see screen? This is activated, and under this you can find there is a virtual cube, there is a standard DSO.
mhm.
In the virtual cube, transformation
Why virtual cube,
transformation
sir?
is automatically.
Oh, it is not virtual
Hmm?
cube. You have taken the normal cube here.
It is a normal cube. Yes, normal cube. See, you can see here cube, and this is a standard DSO.
Mhm.
Now it is created successfully. Can you say, can you understand this one?
That is DSO and upper one is the info cube.
Hmm. Can you understand? See, displayed data
But
flow
DSO is
of
not
data.
active. Only info cube is
This is
active.
this is no actually TSO and cube both are active, but we should create transformation in the standard DSO. Now in the standard DSO we should create transformation, name of the transform source. We can choose anyone. Suppose employee master.
Object type data source.
Yes, anything data source you can do. You can choose it. This is a salary. This is an employee name. This is a employee ID. Okay. The transformation we have created. After that, after the transformation, data transform process we will create. it is created successfully, and now we will execute it. Uh, Here you can remember one thing. We are creating transformation and data transform process only for standard DSO, not for hybrid provider. Because in the hybrid provider there is no IP, no transformation, no 3TP is there. We are creating only for standard DSO.
Okay. So if I create a transformation for hybrid provider, then what will happen?
Hybrid transformation, in the hybrid there is a no need of transformation. We can't create transformation in the hybrid.
Hmm.
We can't create transformation in the hybrid.
So what is the? I'm not understanding what is the requirement of hybrid provider then? When to use the hybrid provider? In what case hybrid
See,
provider is required?
hy- hybrid provider is it's a mixing of standard DSO and cube. It
Sir,
means it's a mixing of
okay,
flat structure and
but
multi-dimensional structure.
but data will be same. You have taken the same data. Whatever is there in DSO, you have taken the same in the InfoCube also. While taking the
Yes.
data, yeah, everything is same. Then what is the difference?
If you create business backs here, now you create a backs.
Hello, hello.
Business Explorer is opening. We are trying to create a query. Yes, it is opening. We are creating a new query. Here is employee multi-provider. Employee multi-provider. Where is EMP multi-provider? This is hybrid provider.
Can you hold for a minute, sir?
Yes,
Just for a minute.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So here we can find these things. We have just choose hybrid info provider. We have just choose a hybrid info provider,
Mm-hmm.
and we can find these things are there. This one, this one, this one, and we can generate reports. So we can find here is a virtual cube. Sorry, here is a cube, info cube.
Okay.
Here is not a standard DSO, it is showing cube. I
Mm-hmm.
want to show you this one only. Actually, hybrid hybrid info provider means combination of both. I will show you hybrid info provider means combination of both, means DSO and info queue.
Mm-hmm.
uh, Means flat structure and multi-dimensional structure will create at the same time, always, right? Will create at the same time. Flat structure means ESO, and multi-dimensional structure means info cube. Suppose, uh, have have you remembered at in the earlier classes I explained you in the practical scenarios some people create 3SO. On the 3SO they will create info cube. Have you remembered?
Mm-hmm.
In the practical scenarios some people firstly create 3SO and then info cube. Why they create it? Actually, info cube for final reporting. Info cube for final reporting.
Mm-hmm.
And why 3SO? Because it has a new data and active data. New data and active data means delta mechanism. Actually, in the practical scenario, I have seen in several companies, first layer, when they create a model, the very first layer, they use standard DSOs. Firstly, firstly, they load the all data into the standard DSOs, and after that, they load the data into the info queue.
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear?
So without creating an info queue also they can use DSO for the reporting. They can't use.
Yes, pardon. Can you repeat?
I mean, just to create an reporting info queue is used. So why do you create info queue? They can, although DSO also have a records data, so they can
Yes.
use DSO to
Yes.
create a report.
Yes. I will give you answer. TSO has a flat structure. DSO has a flat structure,
Mm-hmm.
and cube is a multi-dimensional structure.
Mm-hmm.
Cube is a multi-dimensional structure. It has It has aggregations. It has aggregations
by default.
based on star schema. Actually, aggregation is a very important thing. People want aggregation.
Mm-hmm.
So they want reporting via cube. What is the meaning of aggregation? I will explain you.
Summation.
Aggregation. Hmm?
Aggregation is
Yes,
summation.
yes. Aggregation means sum, min, max, count, average. Aggregations. These aggregations are possible on these aggregations are possible on masters. Aggregations are possible on key figures or measures. Cubes. Info cubes are very much expert to handle agree aggregations. See, suppose right now I am giving you one example. If suppose we are using uh, 3SO for reporting, generate aggregations at runtime. Runtime means reporting at the time of reporting. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but so the performance will be slow. So performance will be so performance effects. Performance effects. But if we are using InfoQ reporting, aggregations aggre- aggregated the data is already available. Just report.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It means in InfoQ, aggregated aggregate tables are there. We can we can we can push aggregated data. Push means roll up. Push means roll up. We can push aggregated data into aggregated data into aggregated tables manually. So some concept. So you understand some concept?
Yeah, yeah, because it is not taking time consuming because it's not the aggregation is done in the BW while creating an info queue itself. So that's the reason mainly it is preferred. But DSO also can be used for reporting here.
Yes. So 99% we are using info cubes for reporting purpose, and 99% using standard DSO for update mechanism, for update or delta mechanism.
So generally in a process, if I want to create info provider, I'll be creating the DSO and then we'll be going for info queue, isn't it?
Yes, yes, it is a real scenario. I am showing in the last company, in the last company, uh, it was a huge financial or invoices transactional data. So in the model, in the model, there were several 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 standard DSOs and one cube. When uh, process chain runs, when process chain or ETL runs, then firstly load data in various various cubes, sorry, various DSOs, and then into cubes. So
Okay.
it is a very common scenario.
So if so, we can update in standard DSO. We can update the data. The standard DSO automatically update the data if any queue is added in the data. But how to update the info queue?
See, when we choose InfoCube source, na, see,
Mm-hmm,
it's a very simple. Suppose this is where is InfoCube. Choose any InfoCube. Um, choose any. Here is no InfoCube. Independent InfoCube. I can give you one example, a practical example. See, I am giving you practical example here. So ignore hybrid provider right now. Right now we have a only this is a standard DSO, fine,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
and we want to show reports. We want to generate reports.
mm-hmm,
So it's good to create a cube based on this standard DSO.
mm-hmm,
Just write so we can check how many fields are there. I think so. Employee ID, employee name, or salary. We can see here employee ID, employee name, or salary. These fields. We can just create a info cube. Just write a name of info cube. Suppose imply 0 info cube. Create. In this info cube, we will mention same fields. Suppose I want to mention employee ID, employee name, and department ID, area code. It's optional. You can mention if you want, but I am just choosing very few. For example, so this is a salary. Okay,
mm-hmm.
I create a cube. I create a cube here, and and now this is my first of all. This is my cube. I will save and activate it again for security. Now Now this is my queue. So just right click, create transformation. So first of all, you could copy its name, standard DSO name. Just create transformation, mention the source. Source is data store object.
Yes, sir. In this, sir, we're discussing, yeah, standard DSO, standard data store object, classic and advanced in the last class.
Yes, we know it classic.
Mm-hmm.
It is a classic. So see the transformation. So you understand the source is a standard DSO.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So when the standard
Source is
DSO, when standard DSO is updated, then how the info queue will update?
no. When the standard DSO will update, na, info queue will not update. We should run uh, DTP DTP of info cube separately.
Okay.
Firstly, run IP or a DTP for standard DSO. After that, DTP for info cube.
Okay.
See, this is in info cube data transform process. Execute it. It loads our data into the info cube. So you understand?
Mm-hmm. So,
This is
sir, how can I know that the data is updated in the standard DSO? I need to frequently check it out in real time.
first of all when we create process chain, na, when we create a process chain, then firstly we run the IP and DTP of standard DSO. After that, we should run DTP of cube.
Okay.
So it is loading data. These five records loading from standard DSO.
What is this error stack, sir?
Yes, it is also an important thing. I will explain you. I will explain you. It is important thing when we load the data, but it's another subject. Right now, I'm just explaining you. Ki first of all, we create standard DSO, and then we create queue, and now it is loading. Why it is taking time? I will log in it again. Okay. In the background, right now, server is server is not responding right now. So otherwise, it was created successfully. We will try after some time. So you understand the whole concept?
Mm-hmm.
See, first of all, I will repeat all these concepts again. I explained you, I explained you this concept. In the all companies, firstly we create standard ESO and again create of InfoCube. Why we use standard ESO? Because we want update mechanism, new data and active data. And why we use InfoCube? We want aggregations.
So DSO is compulsory. Every time we need to create a DSO.
Hmm.
So it means that
99%
maximum times a consultant need to only create DSO and info queue rather than
yes.
creating in hybrid provider, info set, multi provider.
Yes. See, hybrid provider comes now, but when hybrid provider was not available, then we create
Mm-hmm.
separate queue and a separate BSM. But the problem is that in the separate problem is that when we firstly we load the data into the standard ESO and then we should load the data in the info queue.
Mm-hmm.
But in the hybrid info provider, both are combined. We just load the data into the standard ESO only. When we load the data into the standard ESO in the cube, it automatically load in the cube
So we don't.
in the
So
hybrid.
you mean to say that it is better to create a hybrid provider instead of going for this one, first creating
Yes,
a standard DSO and then
yes,
create an info queue. It's better to go for hybrid provider in which we don't need
yes.
to
First of
create info queue.
I am giving you one scenario. When you create it, you can understand this concept very well. Scenario number one, you should create product ID, product ID, product ID, quantity, and say product ID, quantity, and say. So you can do one thing: product ID, product name, and product price. These three things, and you should create. Firstly, create standard DSO and then info queue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So firstly, loads data into DSO, then info. When it will create successfully, then repeat same exercise, repeat same scenario with hybrid info provider. Then you will be clear all the concept.
Then why to create hybrid in hybrid provider? Why to create all the steps? Already I have used DSO. I have created DSO, so I can directly create after creating a DSO. I need to go for info queue? I don't. What I'm saying that instead of not creating info queue, I can directly after creating external DSO and loaded data, I can directly go to hybrid provider where I can have the option of both info queue as well as
Yes,
external DSO.
yes,
So I can select there that
yes,
all the
correct,
value is same, all the data is same. I can drag and drop
correct.
same thing in the info queue.
Same thing. No info queue creation is required for hybrid. You're right. Hybrid info provider.
Are you getting me, sir?
Yes, yes, I'm
I mean, I
getting
mean,
you.
I mean to say that if I won't create DSO, standard DSO, then I won't be able to create hybrid because
uh,
hybrid required the data from DSO, at least from DSO.
yes.
Or yeah,
Hmm.
so minimum requirement is DSO. If I am having the minimum requirement of DSO, then why shall I separately create info cube and then I move to hybrid? I can directly create after creating DSO. I can move to the hybrid
Yes.
provider and I can use the DSO
Correct.
data and I can
Correct.
create an info cube.
Correct. Correct. Same thing. Same. Yes. You're right. For the hybrid info provider, no need to create info cube again. You're right. But it is just for example. First of all, you should ignore hybrid. You should create standard DSO and info cube manually.
Hmm.
This is a scenario one. When you create it successfully, then scenario two. Scenario two means create this same exercise with hybrid info provider. And when you use hybrid info provider, there is no need to create info cube again. Okay.
No need to
So
create means
create
we don't need to select info cube option.
no need to create select info cube. Yes. So first of all, you should create scenario one, and after that scenario two. You should try it.
So one more thing,
Okay.
instead of creating DSO, I can directly create info cube and then I can use the info cube in hybrid provider. It is
Yes.
also, it is
Same
also
thing.
possible
Good. Very good.
because in hybrid provider we
Very
can
good.
have the option of both. Either I can use DSO or I can use info
If
cube.
yes, if choose PSO, then no InfoCube creation is required. Or if you choose InfoCube, if you choose InfoCube, no PSO creation or selection.
Yeah,
Both things.
creation and selection. Mainly it is a selection because we won't create, we will select it.
Yes, this is so you are right. So you are understanding info cubes, you're understanding hybrid providers. And in the next class, when you complete these two scenarios, when you complete these two scenarios, then I will explain you more about hybrid info provider.
So are you going to wind up the class, sir?
Yes,
Okay, so
actually I have to, you should complete these two scenarios. I am saving this file. Then I will explain you some more concepts. See, and I want to raise more questions. You raise more questions so you can understand very well. So you're understanding na BW on HANA. This
mm-hmm.
is here is a here is a one more concept in hybrid provider is a BWA accelerator.
Mm.
BWA accelerator is there also. It is a BWA accelerator is a concept. It is a it is using in the background. When we load the data into the standard ESO, then it load the data in the queue WA.
No, what happened means once I saw a video in YouTube long back where the guys created a hybrid provider with by using each and everything. He used the DSO and he used the info provider and
Hmm.
he had taken the data of info provider info cube in info cube when he selected it and he used the data of DSO and when he selected DSO and he used that after that
Hmm.
he created. He run info package, he created transformation for hybrid and all the step which we do in general while creating any info provider.
Yes, yes. But in the hybrid info provider, there is no need to create any transformation or DTP.
But he used that.
Just hmm?
But that guy used that. I saw in a video. I can share you the video as well. That he used that.
I explain you one thing. Here is a one more scenario, na? Here is a one more scenario. If if creating if creating hybrid info provider without existing of PSO and Q. If creating a hybrid info provider with new option, new option means without existing of DSO and Q. In this case, we should create transformation and 3TP of 3SO or InfoCube only. No, no transformation and 3TP of hybrid info provider is possible. Got it?
Mhm.
See, when you see the video, they are creating transformation and DTP in the hybrid info provider. Actually, they are creating transformation and DTP for standard DSO or
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah. So he has created everything. That's the reason I just asked with you.
Yes, yes. So these three scenarios are there in hybrid inter. First of all, choose the existing DSO. Scenario number one. Scenario number two, choose the existing info. Scenario number three, no DSO or queue is existing. This is scenario number two.
Yes, sir. He was creating like he has created source system. He created info object. He created data source, and he created
Yes,
info package. He created hybrid provider, and then he created
uh,
transformation, and he loaded the data using IP and DTP.
yes. Because if he is creating a transformation DTP data source, it is
Hmm.
creating for standard DSO or InfoQ. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. And no transformation and DTP of hybrid info provider is possible.
Okay.
Only standard DSO and InfoQ. So I am saving this file. You should read this file again and you should complete these two scenarios. And this is a half of the hybrid info provider, not a complete view. In the next class, I will give you some more information about, some more practical information about cubes. Then it will be finished.
So when will be the next class?
Uh, Tomorrow morning
Is it not possible in the
and
evening, sir?
evening, I think so. Evening is not possible
Okay, late evening.
because here is uh, tomorrow I will conclude your cube section, info provider section,
Okay. And
right?
tomorrow at what time, sir? Because today I was free, so I was not having problem. But tomorrow at what time can we start the
Tomorrow,
class?
Actually, today, sorry, I was some
No, it's all right.
late today.
I was free, so I was not much
So,
focused with the time. But tomorrow I will be at some other place. I need to move to my place again. So that day I will be bound with the time.
when you want to start class?
So I will be generally that time on Tuesday to Friday. I will be free after your timing, 7:30. After 7:30, I am free.
Okay. And so, fine. Tomorrow exact 8 a.m. we can start.
Okay then.
Exact
Tomorrow at
sharp 8 a.m. I will
yeah,
try to start exact 8 a.m. Right?
yeah, fine. And one more thing, sir. I talked with the Kelly today, and so can we? So he asked me that. Okay, fine. I believe it's your you are come to the end of the training very soon. So they were talking about the marketing and all. So I just wanted. He just said me that could you kindly talk with the trainer when you are having the class that how many more classes will be required. So that we can move to our locations. So can you give
Actually,
me a rough idea according to your means what are the topics
actually,
need to be covered and view and all 10
according
classes?
to Kelly, no. According to Kelly, your classes are going to finish because the Kelly says BW on HANA only, not BO.
Okay,
According to Kelly, your classes will be finished. But it was our understanding. I will I will explain you BO also.
okay.
Okay?
Hmm.
It is not a part
So
of Kelly.
that's fine, sir. That's fine. Thank you for that. But what I'm saying that over just a
Not
normal expectation that can we hope by before Diwali? I mean by
six maximum six classes we will conclude.
six means by
In
this Sunday, by this week Sunday.
yes,
Yeah,
Sunday,
because
Monday,
yeah,
we will finish it.
that means before Diwali because 17th is Diwali and hopefully before Diwali we can bind up.
Definitely. Because after Diwali, I want to uh, go to Bangalore again. So
Okay,
before Diwali, we will finish. Definitely.
that will be fine. That you are also free and I will be also move ahead with my own things. Hope you understand.
Definitely.
Sure, sir. So tomorrow there is a class, yeah, 100%.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. 8 a.m. sharply. Fine. Okay, bye.
Okay, fine.